Hello and welcome to this video. We're gonna do a how to kind of do a glowy makeup look, and also I want to do the like Hailey Bieber kind of like mermaid hair with a straightener kind of a thing today. So I thought that would be fun for us to do together. So yeah, let's get started. I also have my computer with me so that I can do some fall like this or that questions that I thought would be fun. So I'm gonna have that up so that randomly throughout the video I'll just do a fall this or that kind of a question, and yeah, I thought that could make it a little bit more fun. Okay, so to start, if you've watched any of my TikToks recently, or I think I even talked about this in a video on here recently, I've been loving the L'Oreal Lumi Glotion. Like, it's been my favorite thing to kind of start my makeup routine out with. I am just upset that I didn't start using it sooner, because it just really, like, it just is the perfect base. Gives you a nice bronzy glow without being like too over the top, too noticeable, especially because I haven't been tanning at all. So it's like a little bit of like a bronze, but nothing that, like, you know, is gonna look too weird with my skin tone as it is. So start with that, and then let me pick a fall this or that to answer. Pumpkin patch or apple orchard? Well, I've never been to an apple orchard, so I don't really know how fair it is for me to answer that, but I'd probably say pumpkin patch because I feel like, I mean, picking a pumpkin is just so fun. I don't know. I would say pumpkin patch. But also with all these this or that's, I would love it if you guys could, you know, let me know what you would pick in the comments so I can get to know you all a little bit better too. But now I'm gonna go on to foundation. So I love the CoverGirl Clean Fresh kind of foundation. It's very light. It's like a very light foundation. So this look, you're not gonna get super heavy coverage. So yeah, if that's what you're looking for, this is probably not what you want to do. Also, I'm by no means a professional. I really actually don't know what I'm doing with makeup most of the time. I'm just a girl trying to learn. So this is just something that I've kind of been trying to learn how to do better, and I feel like the more I practice, the better I'm getting. So I just like to tell everybody, like, the more you practice your makeup, like, the better you feel like you are at it. So I feel like I'm getting better at it. I feel like I'm learning more about what works for my skin, what doesn't, and that kind of aspect of makeup and whatnot. Okay, next fall this or that. Apple cider or pumpkin spice latte? So the thing with me is, like, I don't drink coffee, but I do love like the taste of pumpkin spice. So like, I'll go to Starbucks and I'll get like a pumpkin spice latte or a peppermint mocha, like when those are out, because I just like how they taste. But I don't really drink a lot of coffee, so I'd rather have apple cider, I'd say. Especially if you're looking for a good fall like mixed drink. Apple cider, caramel vodka, perfect combo. If you try that, let me know. It is so good. Okay, next one. Fuzzy socks or cozy sweaters? Oh, that's a toughie. I would probably say cozy sweaters. Just because I feel like you can just really like bundle yourself up in them. So the next thing I'm going to do is put on concealer. So I'm using the NYX HG Studio Photogenic Concealer in shade 4.5. So that is what I'll be putting my concealer on with. I've just been really liking this concealer lately. I don't know why. I feel like I go back and forth with concealers like all the time, but this one I've just been vibing with. I'm gonna blend this out now. You could probably leave it on a little bit longer and get a little bit more coverage, but I'm not that patient. So I'm just gonna blend it out with my beauty blender. And as you'll probably be able to see, I do pretty much everything on my face with my beauty blender. I don't know why. I just really feel like I like it. I also have really acne prone skin, and I just feel like brushes always break me out no matter like how often I clean them. So I've been typically going for my beauty blender more often than brushes. Okay, now we're gonna do blush. So lately I've been getting back into using my Rare Beauty blush. This is in the shade Bliss. I like this one because it's kind of got like a peachy tone to it, and I just feel like peachy blushes tend to look the best on me, especially when I'm doing like a more kind of glowy look, and I'm trying to just make my skin look a little bit bronzed and glowy. I feel like the peachy undertone works the best for it. Oh, but then this is my Rare Beauty highlighter in the shade Mesmerize. And I've been like going in with both of them at the same time and just like putting some on top, like just in a little line. And then I'll take, this is where I do use a brush. I do use a brush normally to do my blush, just because I feel like a beauty blender can like soak in a lot of the product. Carve a pumpkin or watch a scary movie. Carve a pumpkin, 100%. I am, if you know me, you know I'm like the biggest weenie in the world when it comes to like scary movies and whatnot, so I will never ever pick scary movie over carving a pumpkin. Now I have all my kind of cream based products on, so we're gonna do a little bit of powdering now. So I've recently gotten the e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder. It just comes in their like typical e.l.f. kind of a circle packaging, and I'm trying it out. I haven't been using it for that long, but I feel like it's been good because I was using like the Maybelline 24-hour last powder. I've had it for like years and years though, and I'm not really the most versed in setting powders and things. Like I don't really even know if I do it right putting it on, so you know, whatever. But I'm trying to learn, you know, just like everything in life. I feel like having a growth mindset is the way to go. Being willing to practice, get some constructive criticism, and grow. So yeah, that's kind of the powder situation, which I tend to get oily a lot on my chin and forehead especially, so I like to make sure that I put some on those parts of my face for sure. Now we're gonna do bronzer. So I've been really loving the L'Oreal Lumi Bronze It. I think L'Oreal is just so slept on, especially this range, the Lumi range. I have been obsessed with it. I am just like really into it, so I've been really loving using this as a bronzer. I feel like it makes my skin so glowy and so light, and I actually was only wearing the Lumi Glotion and the Lumi Bronze It on my face the other day, and my friend goes, "Your skin looks like really good. Like what did you do?" And I was just so excited because if you know me, you know I don't have the best skin, so getting a compliment on your skin is like freaking fabulous. But I was like, well, yeah, can't beat it. Now we're gonna do powder blush, and I have used this Revolution palette to death. It's like got these 4 really pretty shades in it, and I don't know if you can tell, but they all have like sparkles in them. Why wouldn't you want a nice sparkly cheek? But if I'm going for like a nice natural glowy look, I typically do like maybe a swipe or 2 of both these middle ones. I feel like they're the most like natural, kind of glowy looking. So that's what I typically do. Okay, next question. Autumn night routine, fairy lights or candles? Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that is a really good one. Well, that's really tough. Oh wow, because I love putting on candles, especially in the fall and winter. Like that's when I just go to town on candles. But anytime I do that, I have fairy lights on too. And like I covered my office at work in fairy lights. Like I love being in a space with fairy lights. So this is really hard. I'm gonna have to say fairy lights. I think that they just make a space so freaking cozy, and I am just obsessed with them. I'll get a little closer. This is how we're looking so far. Very glowy, very just kind of natural looking and bronzed. I'm gonna set it with this Revolution Fix and Glow. It has shimmer particles in it. If you haven't noticed the pattern, I love like makeup with sparkles in it, so just kind of spray it. Do a little bit of a fanning of my face. Lots of pillows or one pillow? Stupid question. Lots of pillows. I don't know who would pick one pillow. Okay, now I'm gonna move on to eyes. I'm gonna do my eyebrows first. Ooh, question with that. Sometimes I see people do eyes and like stuff first. Other times I see people do face first. Is there like a reason why you should do one over the other? If anybody knows, let me know. I have no freaking clue. But like you saw, I use my spoolie to brush them up, and then I've been loving the NYX brow glue. As you can tell, I just don't need to fill in my eyebrows. Oh, they got a little something in them. I don't need to fill in my eyebrows one bit. I actually need to tweeze them. They're actually quite overgrown right now and disgusting looking. but I just forgot to tweeze them before I did this video, so I apologize for how freaking disgusting they look. But yeah, I tend to just, I brush them up first, kind of get them all separated so they aren't like clumping together, and then I'll take the spoolie part and just kind of go over the top and like kind of move the tips to this side so that they aren't like sticking straight up. But I feel like it like works a lot nicer. So I'm gonna do the next one. Fuzzy socks or slippers? I will probably go with the fluffy socks. I love slippers. I am a slipper fan, but I don't wear them enough, like more than I would wear fuzzy socks, you know? Like I would definitely wear fuzzy socks more. This brow glue is also almost empty, so need to get out a new one. That's for sure. Okay. Cozy blanket or cozy pajamas? That one is really hard. I know some people like don't wear pajamas really. They just wear like t-shirts or, you know, sweatpants to bed, maybe sleep in the nude. I don't know what your preference is. You do you. I sleep in pajama sets like every night, every single night, and I love them. I love comfy PJs. I love just being cozy in fluffy pajamas. So that was really hard. I would probably see, because then it's like, if I have to give up one of them though, I'm gonna give up the pajamas, because I could still be cozy even without pajamas on in a fuzzy blanket, you know? But I don't like that question. Okay, now we're gonna move on to eyes. So I'm gonna start with a little bit of a bronzy color in the crease. So I'm using this ColourPop Wild Nothing palette. It's just pretty much peachy neutrals. And I'm gonna use this one. It's called, what is this called? Vagabond. And I'm gonna put that in the crease. I just kind of like how it looks in the crease. Gives it a nice kind of a base to start off with. Okay, next question. Warm drink or cold drink in the fall? Mind you, this is in the fall. Okay, I would say warm. Even with like water and things, I prefer it kind of like room temperature. So I would definitely say warm, especially in the fall. Like I'm just starting to get into my like hot chocolate grind, and I'm absolutely loving it. It has been so nice to bust out my hot chocolate again. Now I'm gonna take this shade. It is called Come Together. It's this little darker one. I'm gonna take like a little bit and just kind of like pat it onto the outer corner of my eyelid and just try to do that. And then I'm gonna put a little bit more on, only on the outer corner of my lid. Then I'm gonna take my blending brush and just kind of blend it in so it's a little bit more natural looking. Okay, I just like adding a little bit more dimension to the end of the eye, so I'm gonna do the same thing with the other side. Okay, let me read another question. Okay, autumn night routine. Would you rather watch a film or read a book? Ooh, now that's a really good question too. Crap, these are really difficult. It's hard because lately I've been more into movies than reading. Like I've been really into cozy movie nights in my bed as opposed to reading, which is very different for me because I love reading. I do love reading. But lately movies have been kind of my go-to for relaxation time. But I would say I would rather read a book. I feel like nothing really beats reading a book, okay? Nothing really does. Okay, next part of the eyes, I'm gonna do a little bit of sparkle. So I'm gonna use the shade Spirited, which is this one. And now I'm just gonna go over my whole lid. Just my whole lid. And as you can see, like I'm not gonna get too crazy with the eyes. Like that's pretty much the last step with like eyeshadow. And like it just leaves like a nice, like natural kind of a sparkle. I mean, okay, then sparkle's not natural, but like the color, it's not like too wild. And like I feel like I've never gotten into like super intense like eyeshadows and things. Like I prefer more of just like a peachy kind of a neutral kind of look, so works for me. Okay, now I'm gonna put this color, Crystal Cove, in the corners, on the inner corner of my eyes. And I just love how it like brightens it up so much. And I even like to take it underneath like my eyebrow just to kind of define it a little bit more. But I'm gonna do that on the other side too. Take it up underneath the brow. And yeah, let me get you closer so you can see. Okay, this is like this situation right now. And as you can see also, like the eyebrow situation, you can probably see much better up close. Need to be tweezed immediately. But that's what we have going for eyes, and I think that'll be it for eyeshadow. And now we're going to do eyeliner, which I don't do too often, but I feel like with this look, it definitely is needed. So I have brown eyeliner. I feel like I prefer how brown eyeliner looks. It feels a little bit more subtle for me, which I prefer. Journaling or hiking. I feel like these are two like very different things, so I'm confused as to why they're kind of in the same category, but whatever, I guess. I would say hiking probably. I do love journaling, like I'm a big journaler, but if I had to pick between the two, I would probably rather go on like a nice hike. Okay, but I put the eyeliner on and now I'm just like really just whapping it out like this with this little end. I'm pretty messy when it comes to eyeliner, so I just kind of throw it around and see what happens, you know. Smudge it a lot. I feel like it's like a nice look when you like smudge it around a lot. Okay. Definitely very smudged, very mysterious looking, very into it. Okay, now we're gonna do the other one. I feel like eyeliner is so hit or miss. Like if I like one eye, I'll move on to the other one and I could hate it. It could like turn out completely different looking. Like it really is so different, and I'll go back and clean up edges with a Q-tip and some makeup remover, but right now we are just getting it on. We are just trying to build the foundation right here, people. Rome was not built in a day, that's for sure. Smudging it all around, and then I'll probably put some more sparkles on top just to kind of cover up the smudging of the what is it, eyeshadow that probably happened. Okay, yeah, and as you can see, like this one's a lot different than this side, so we're gonna clean that up real quick. Okay, so I cleaned up the eyeliner a little bit, made it a little bit less intense, like on the eyelid as well, and I'm gonna go back in with my sparkle. I'm just gonna add a little bit more of that to the top just to kind of bring that back in case I like, you know, smudged it all off or anything. And now that eyeliner is done, it's time for mascara. So I always start with my CoverGirl Flourish by Lash Blast one. I do a couple coats of it. I feel like it is, I don't know, I feel like my eyes don't get irritated as much with this on the base as they do with other mascaras, so I just do a couple coats of that, and then we're gonna go in with the Benefit Roller Lash, and then I'm gonna put that on top of it, and I'm gonna really focus it on the outer corners just because it makes, I feel like it gives it the cat eye kind of a look when you focus your mascara on like the outer corner of it. So yeah, that's kind of how we're looking there. What is your guys' favorite mascara? I feel like I've been using like the same ones for like years and years. So if anybody has a favorite, let me know. But look at the difference. Look at that. Look at how freaking wild that is. Oh my gosh. Yeah, mascara definitely makes a huge difference because I have really long eyelashes, but they just kind of like stick out straight. So doing this definitely helps. And I'm just too afraid to curl my eyelashes. Heard too many horror stories. So I just go with it like this. I know they probably would turn out a little bit nicer if I curled them, but I just prefer it like not ripping out my eyelashes, which I see a lot of people that do it successfully without ripping out their eyelashes, so cheers to them. I don't know if that could be me. I've never put on fake eyelashes though. Has anyone ever used fake eyelashes? If you have, let me know. It's easy to do. I feel like there's sometimes where like I wish I would have just like fake eyelashes so I don't have to worry about them like falling throughout the day, or like, you know, if it's hot, like them like sliding off, or any like the mascara sliding off in the heat, or like anything like that. But let me know. I also like haven't ever had like a lift or tint or any lash extensions put in, so that's also interesting to me. But yeah, that's how we're looking with the eyelashes. So for lips, I really like using this L'Oreal Color Rich Beyond Pink. It's like a very nude color, and this is where I'm gonna ask you, please don't judge me. I mean, the whole thing, don't judge me too harshly, okay? I've never claimed to be super great at makeup, but I feel like I've been learning and trying, and I feel like I do an okay job. But this is where things could go south. So I've just been taking it on like the upper, kind of like Cupid's, is it Cupid's brow or Cupid's bow? I have no clue. Somebody tell me. And then, you know, bringing it down to like the rest of the lip, but not like too excessively, you know, like focusing it here and not like on the sides, you know. Okay, great. And now we're gonna go on the bottom, really do the underside. I feel like it makes it look like more plump when you really do the underside, and then just kind of like take it up. Probably sometimes I feel like I look like a clown when I wear lip liner, but whatever. And then I'm gonna use shade 800 Ferris Nude in the L'Oreal Color Rich collection. This could be a freaking L'Oreal ad over here. It's all I've been using, so yeah. And just go over top. Put them together like that. Now we're gonna do a little bit of gloss. Gonna do the L'Oreal Infallible 8-Hour Gloss. Just do a little bit on top. Nothing too wild. And there it is. Here is my pretty easy basic girl, like drugstore for the most part, glowy makeup look. I feel like it turns out pretty nice, pretty natural looking, but also like it feels like just an elevated version of myself, which is really what I go for, you know, just like an elevated version of me. So now let's move on to hair. Okay, my straightener is all warmed up. I have it, I normally keep mine at like 325. I just feel like I don't like going up all the way. I don't have heat spray today. I left it not at my house, so we're gonna just have to go with it. But we're gonna be doing the like Hailey Bieber straightener mermaid hair kind of look, while I do a another kind of like autumn question thing. So let's get started with the straightening. So I'm gonna start with just like a little piece. We're gonna see how it goes. This is, you know, real time kind of, so I'm not gonna be stopping it probably too much. So just, you know, bear with me if I have to redo like everything multiple times, okay? But I think she goes like this, flips it, gives another flip, another flip, another flip, another flip, another flip. Kinda? Is that kinda it? I think that's kinda it. Might have to retouch this, you know, we do some retouching at the end, okay? But I don't hate it. I don't hate that. It feels very beachy. It's kind of my hope. Okay, we will continue. Okay, first question I'm gonna answer. Best way to spend a rainy day. Okay, so rainy days, what do I like doing? Well, my preferred rainy day kind of agenda, I would say, would be to go into my room, turn on my fairy lights, put a candle on, and watch a movie or read a book. Now, movies, this might be unoriginal, but I would like to watch Twilight if that is happening. It's a rainy day. Twilight it is, you know. You just can't beat it on a rainy day. Twilight is like my favorite. If you're a Twilight hater, you're an Abby hater. That's just how strongly I feel about it. It's dramatic, maybe not. I don't think it is. Twilight is the best, always and forever. Okay, next question. What were you dressed as last Halloween? Well, last Halloween I didn't do anything. I was visiting my boyfriend and we didn't do anything. But let's see. And then the Halloween before that, me and my roommates had gotten out of quarantine that day. So we weren't really doing anything. Halloween before that, let's go with the last one where I actually was doing something. We had a Halloween party at my house. At Ohio State, and I was Padme. My boyfriend was Anakin. Very, very classic, I know, but it was actually really good. Like, I bought my Padme costume. It was like the white, kind of like full body jumpsuit look that she wears, but I made his. His was like kind of DIY'd by me, and I did a flipping good job. If I find a picture, I'm gonna put it in here so you guys can see. Because we looked pretty good, actually. I was like a big fan of our costumes for sure. So yeah, and since, you know, he isn't living near me right now, it's kind of hard to do a couple's costume. We don't live in the same state. Next question is, what is my favorite kind of weather? Well, I would have to say it's like a toss up between like fall and spring. I love a nice fall, like crisp evening, but I also think that, you know, spring days when like it's finally like sunny, you start to feel it, like feel a little bit less cold and things. Those are also some really nice days too. Okay, the back is where it gets a little bit questionable, so we'll see how the back goes, but we're just gonna keep trying our best. I think it's turning out okay so far. I feel like it's doing well. I feel like my hair looks fine. Next question. 5 favorite things about autumn. Well, I would say I love everything pumpkin. I think that everything pumpkin is just amazing, from decorations to food and whatever pumpkinness I can get, I love. I also love s'mores. I feel like s'mores are such like a fall thing. Like, I don't know. I feel like they're, you know, fired with s'mores. They're just unmatched for sure. So I'd say s'mores with like a little bit of a fire. That also is one of my favorite things. And then what else? I would probably say I love like fall candles, fall scents. Those are some of my favorites. Fall candles and like just everything kind of like pumpkin-y fall like vibes. That is really good. The words that I'm using are probably don't sound very intelligent. It's like trying to like do 2 things at once. It's not my strong suit, so we're doing our best right now. I feel like it's going fine. But yeah, how many have I done? Like 3? I think I've done 3. I'll do two more favorite autumn things. I love the cozy vibes I love being cozy. I love getting sweaters out. I love all of that. That is really nice, the coziness of fall. And then the last one, I would say walks. Walks in the fall are the best. Like, you don't feel too hot when you're walking. You feel like you can actually like enjoy your walk, relax a little bit while you're doing it, and it doesn't feel like you're gonna die because you're just overheating like it does like in the summer. So fall walks are a big fave of mine as well. So those are my 5 favorite parts about autumn. I didn't think I was gonna get to 5, so score. Okay, next question. What fictional world would you pick to live in? That is a really good question, because like I said, I'm an avid reader, especially of fantasy books. Fantasy books are my favorite type of books to read. And obviously fantasy worlds are like unmatched. I mean, you're not gonna find a world that's better than like a book created in a fantasy world from a book. And I've been like loving ACOTAR, like since I read it last year around this time. I've been just obsessed with it, which is A Court of Thorns and Roses, if you don't know what that is. It's by Sarah J. Maas. Read it. Your life will be changed forever. Literally life-changing. All of her books are amazing. Like Court of Thorns and Roses, Throne of Glass, and then Crescent City, which is the newest series. And it's like, I don't want to spoil anything, but it's just so, like, the way that she writes, the way she just is able to like hide things in like the first book that like you wouldn't see coming later on. Like, I am just in awe of her. It's kind of reminds me of like Harry Potter and how like, you know, there were some parts like at the end that you just didn't know, but like if you really paid attention in the first couple you would have known. So I would probably say the A Court of Thorns and Roses world, but Harry Potter world is also just freaking amazing. Twilight world, all I can think of are fantasy worlds. Let me see, what other ones do I like? I love these books called The Watchers. The Watchers trilogy is like the first set of books in that kind of series slash universe. There's like a lot of series in that universe. It's written by S.J. West. I wonder if her and S.J. Maas are friends. But it's written by S.J. West, and it's kind of like about like fallen angels and like that kind of a vibe, and I like just really think it's cool. But the books are just so well written, and I just love the characters, and it's just amazing. So I also love that universe. Oh, that one was not very good. Oh, whatever. If I have to pick one, I'll pick A Court of Thorns and Roses. I would love to live in that world. I would love to be a fairy. I'll probably be a fairy in, it's like, knowing myself, I'll probably be in the Dawn Court. That would probably be my court, which we have not even like heard much about the Dawn Court or the Dusk Court, or not the Dusk Court. The Dusk Court is like a conspiracy theory right now. The Dawn or the Day Courts we have not really heard much about. So I would like to learn more about those, because I feel like I really thrive in the dawn and day. I don't really thrive in the evening. So as much as I'd love to be in the night court, I probably would not be. If you have no idea what A Court of Thorns and Roses is, you probably think I sound like an idiot. Sorry. Okay, next question. Your go-to autumn outfit. I would say right now, like, because I'm a student and I feel like I'm more casual than not lately, I would say like leggings and an oversized sweater or crew neck. That's my go-to, with my Sperry boots or my Uggs. That's definitely my go-to. When I say Uggs, I'm not talking about mini Uggs. I don't have mini Uggs. OG Uggs. OG Uggs. That's my go-to fall outfit. I love it. I love it so much. It's basic. Like me. I'm a very basic girl. That's okay. I'm not embarrassed by that one bit, you know? Okay. Next question. What's your most treasured possession? So, you know, we're gonna go with an actual, like, possession, like a thing. Because obviously I would probably pick my Luna or, like, my family, you know, when I don't wanna... That's, like, very basic. We're gonna do my favorite thing. Because that seems more fun. I would probably say my favorite thing. I don't know. It's very difficult. I mean, my DVD player is really high up there. I love my DVD player. Like, I don't think I could ever survive without it, you know? I love watching DVDs. I mean, I get it. You can watch, like, them on just most streaming things, but it's like, what if you have to pay for it? I don't have to pay for it because I already paid for it when I got the DVD, you know? So, like, kind of skipping over that part of things. Shoot. Got it. Maybe I got it. Maybe I messed this one up. No. Oh, it's horrible looking. Oh, God. Have to redo it. It's like this side of my hair is always the worst. This side turns out fine, and this side I'm, like, really bad at. My favorite thing, I would also say my bed. I love my bed. Maybe I would say my bed. My bed is so cozy. I love it. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go final answer, my bed. Okay, next question. Favorite autumn scent? It's a good one. I think pumpkin spice. I think just like pumpkin spice, like the kind of like pumpkin-y, vanilla-y scents. Those ones for fall. Oh, doesn't look too bad. Oh yeah, okay. But I think the like pumpkin and vanilla kind of scents are typically my favorite autumn scents for sure. For sure. Okay, what is the last book you read? That's a good question because I haven't read in a while. I've just read for school. And that's about it. So the last full book that I probably read was maybe, it was a fantasy series. Oh, I forget what it was called, but it was like, there were 4 books in it. It's supposed to be 5. 5th one was supposed to have come out. Hasn't, as far as I know yet. I got really into it. Main characters were like Stalis, Archeron. Oh, I forget what the main character's name was, the girl. That was probably the most recent, like, books I've read. They were on Kindle Unlimited, so sometimes I just browse around there to look for books, and sometimes you hit the jackpot. I feel like I hit the jackpot with that one, but I forget what the series is called. Oh, I don't remember. But that was probably the last one I read. What is your favorite color foliage? Does foliage mean like trees? What is my favorite color tree? Does that mean like in the fall? Do we think like autumn tree? Brown? I love a good brown tree in the fall. Final answer, brown. Next question. Describe your favorite pair of socks. What is this? Okay, my favorite pair of socks, it's actually, my grandma got us this pack of like Lucky brand socks from Costco last year for Christmas, and I wear them like all the freaking time. Those are my favorite socks. Lucky brand socks, the best. They're very cozy. They're not like socks I'd wear to work out in or whatever. They're cozy socks, but those are my favorite. Okay. What's on your autumn bucket list? Well, this year, I would have to say on my autumn bucket list is going to the pumpkin patch. I didn't go to the pumpkin patch last year. I actually don't think I've gone to a pumpkin patch in a very long time. So I actually would really like to do that. And I think I'm going to try to, maybe at the end of this upcoming week, possibly. That's kind of my hope. Okay, what is your favorite day of the year? That's a very easy question for me. My birthday is my favorite day of the year. I'm a hoe for my birthday. I love it. I love my birthday. I definitely do. If you don't say happy birthday to me, you're dead to me. You know that I'm that kind of a person. Not really. I don't really hold grudges. But I also won't put in much effort if you aren't going to tell me happy birthday, because I feel like that's like the least, like, I don't know, that's like the least you can do in a relationship is tell the person happy birthday. But my birthday is like definitely my favorite day of the year. I love celebrating my birthday. I feel like it's the one day of the year where I don't feel bad about doing what I want, saying this is what I want to do, this is what I want to eat, this is exactly what I want my day to look like. I don't feel bad about that one bit on my birthday. And normally I like don't like to make my opinion super out there, so love on my birthday when I feel like I can do that. Okay, what is a song that reminds you of autumn? That's a good question. That one from Harry Potter, Nicholas and the, I feel like that's like the artist's name, Nicholas and like the Cage or something like that. You know, the one where him and Hermione are like in the tent and they're like dancing together, that scene in the Deathly Hallows. That's the song that reminds me of autumn the most. Describe your dream house or room. Ooh, I like this. I think about my dream house like all the time. So my dream house, lots of windows. Lots and lots of windows in it. Very kind of earthy, very natural, not just white. I hate when places are all just white. I'm like, no. Which my room is like a lot of white right now. And I'm like kind of not into it, but it just kind of worked with like all the different things that I'd brought back from college to decorate my room with, so whatever. But I don't want a house that's all white. I don't want a house that's like all minimalist like that. I want a house that has like things in it and like you feel cozy. And like I feel like today like a big trend is like nothing. Like you feel nothing. You don't feel cozy in someone's house. You don't feel like you can sit down because it feels like it's like a sterile environment. That's what I don't want. So I think the vibe of my house is like more important to me than like what it looks like. Yeah. Okay. Next question. Films to watch during autumn. Well, obviously Harry Potter. I feel like everybody knows that. Everybody's gonna watch Harry Potter during the autumn for sure. So Harry Potter, Twilight, obviously Twilight, 50 Shades, the 50 Shades trilogy. I'm a stan hardcore for it. I love the books, love the movies, not ironically either. I genuinely love them. I think that there's so much more to it than people think when you say 50 Shades. There's so much more plot, so much more character development than people let it be. So, yeah. Okay. So, I think I did it. What do we think? Does this look good? It's like the back I feel like isn't as done, but I'm like, okay, I feel like it's probably pretty good. Oh, I think I did it. Hailey Bieber, here I come. What do we think? Okay, do we think that this turned out well? Do we like it? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments. But thank you all for watching my little kind of like makeup hair video today, and listening to me answer all these fall questions and things. It's actually a lot of fun. Loved doing this, loved doing my hair and makeup, so this was actually a nice little treat for me to do today. But yeah, I hope you guys tune back in for the next video. Remember to subscribe to my channel, like my video, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Remember, you're amazing, you matter, and you are loved.